Hi guys and welcome to WWE 2K15. As you can probably tell from my voice, I'm very excited to bring you guys this. This is the My Career mode. The plan with this series is we're going to go from when my creator wrestler, the star, Dan Omega, gets from his start to his first WWE title reign. Because of course the boyhood dream for any wrestler is to get to that WWE title. And otherwise, it could go on a bit because my career is about 7 years long at least. So I don't want to, bear down a huge series like that because it would take far too long to get done. So as soon as I hit that W title, that will be the finale of the series, and we can all bask in the glory of that title. Just waiting for it to load now, and then we will get our first words from Bill DeMott. Here we go.
Welcome to the NXT tryouts. My name is Bill DeMott, and I'm the head trainer of NXT. As you read on the application, we are only having 1 day of open tryouts this year. This is your one chance. We will be awarding at least one WWE contract today based on your performance. So you better make me notice you. Everyone at this tryout has some level of training or experience. But we don't care about your resume here. We only care what you show us when the pressure is on and at this very moment. So with that being said, I'm going to pair you up. And you're going to show me what you got in this ring. And we're going to start with you and you. Let's go.
Anyone who hasn't seen my career yet, I'm sorry I'm trying to build them up there, but my character is the guy in the black and yellow gear with just standard boots and yeah, stuff like that. My hair in previous games used to be different, but the version of my guy's hairstyle that they put in this game isn't very good. So that's why I've got a different hairstyle to what I'm used to. But that's fine. Anyway, so we're starting off a fight with Band Blade. What a clothesline by Dan Omega. And of course I'm going to be commentating all of my guys' matches. And, well, hopefully I might include Michael and Cole? I might include Cole and Jerry's commentary as well, and like banter off them, but we'll see. But at the start in Performance Center, we're not going to have anything like that because, of course, there is no commentary in the Performance Center.
What are you doing?
Well, in case you're wondering, Bill DeMott, I got glitched, as you may have noticed there. That's what happened. Also, you'll notice throughout the series my moveset will change quite a lot because, of course, my career locks a lot of moves behind walls and a lot of skills, so I will be slowly building my moveset as we go. Like, I probably won't be keeping much of the moveset that I have right now because it's all very generic.
Show me you want to be a WWE
Oh, what a nice reversal
superstar.
there. Oh, what a haymaker by Omega. Oh, nice leg drop. Crisp. And we're immediately into a cutscene. Right. What's going to happen here then? Oh, nice shoulder block. Coming off the ropes. Over he goes. Attempted the clothesline, miss. What's that? Oh, that's just still punch his elbow for a second. It's not. Well, what's he going for? Boston Crab. Boston Crab locked in. Boston Crab. Not the Wolves Jericho, because that guy is not Chris Jericho. But anyway, back to the point. Oh my god. Middle of the ring. Omega can't escape. Middle of the ring. Is he going to tap? He's tapping out. Baron Blade wins.
Hey, break it up! I said break it up! Cut it out! Both of you! Get out of the ring and cool off, now!
And that is our introduction to the Performance Center. And 2 days later.
Look, I know things got a little crazy out there, but I want to let you know you looked impressive. So impressive that the WWE has decided to give you a contract. Sign this and you'll be starting your career on NXT.
So, even though I lost the match and the guy totally won off me, he doesn't get a contract yet, but I do. God, I'd hate to be Baron Blade right now, seeing the guy you beat get a contract. That would suck. Also, there is music in these menus, but I will be muting all the music because I don't want to get caught up in copyright law. So yeah, you're going to have to just deal with my voice during these menus. So, you know, I hope you like listening to me talk, because that's going to happen a lot in this series. Right, this will be the new area where you pick all your skills. As you can see, you start off as basically Scrub Lord, and you have no abilities at all, pretty much. So as you can see, you get like 2000 SP to start off with, so you can put that out where you want. And I'm going to put it all in durability and arm and leg power so that I've got something, because that means I can fight a bit longer than most at the start, and I can punch and kick quite hard, meaning I have a fairly decent offense at the start of the game, which is going to be a huge advantage early on. Because, I mean, strike speed, grapple speed and all that, they're useful, yes. But I don't really mind being super slow if I've got the power to back me up. If I've got power, I can damage them before they can use their quickness on me, is my theory. Stamina is required because of course, the new stamina system. I don't want to be getting too tired during a match. Wouldn't be very good. As you can see, we don't have any points anymore. We don't have social media followers because we haven't made it onto a show yet. But social media followers is basically how you change. Right, I just want to note now I actually get it wrong. The Performance Center was not the button I was meant to click. Performance Center is just kind of extra training that you can do to get more points quicker. Like if you want to just do random matches. But anyway, I thought, well, even though it's a mistake, let's watch the match. Let's see what happens. And he's got him in a nice arm wrench. And, ooh, shoulder block. Try to find that sweet spot. There's the sweet spot. Turns into a hammer lock.
What are you doing?
A hammer lock. I just told you that, Voldemort. But yeah, that's the new chain wrestling system. It's a very interesting system. And once your stamina bar is depleted enough, it will go into a normal match. It's just quite an interesting way to start a match instead of like the, you know, generic, let's do some grapples at each other. It's a really interesting system. I like it a lot. I hope they keep it in. Ooh, nice takeover. Must have take down. I'm not sure. Lariat. And now he's stomping a mud hole, and then he's going to walk it dry. Also, as you can see here early on, you can only go to the second rope, and because you have, like, literally no aerial distance, as you saw there, your aerial moves are very close range, meaning it's really hard to set them up. But you can eventually, using skills, unlock the ability to go to the top rope. And in attribute points, you can have a better range. Ooh, what a back drop driver, as they would say in Japan. Of course, over here it's just called a backdrop or back suplex. Yeah, it's just back suplex, yeah. No, yeah, backdrop is where you throw them over you. Yeah. Don't even know why I called that as a backdrop. Well, I guess it's in Japan, backdrop driver and all that. What a counter by Tommy Wall there. Could have been in some real trouble. Go for it again. Oh, gut punch. Gut punch. Oh, to the face.
Are you even listening to
and
me?
A big hip toss. Now, right there is one of the many moves that I end up getting rid of. Because, of course, I did change my moveset, but all I really did, to be fair, was, for this early on, I changed my finisher to make it a finisher I actually liked. Unfortunately, though, at this stage, the finisher I've used since Here Comes the Pain, the Mega Drive, which you may know more well as the Test Drive or the Crossroads, I can't use at the moment because they took out the Test Drive version, which is the one I used to use. And I can't have the Crossroads until I train Cody Rhodes, which costs Mycareer points. Well, Mycareer in-game currency. So yeah, eventually I will have the Crossroads, but for now, I've got a different finisher, which you shall see later, hopefully. I also should really start going to the second rope, because I have no distance, and it's pretty bad. Big chop to the legs. Leg drop. Unfortunately, at this point, there is no Jerry and Cole commentary, so I do have to do all the commentary myself. Nice lariat there by Dan Omega. More stomps. Unfortunately, this early on, you can't really vary your offense, because obviously I don't have enough skills to like be able to jump off the top rope or to change my moves up a lot. So I've just got to work with what I got, pretty much, which is unfortunate. Oh, alright. Anyway, he's going for a pin. Didn't think I went for a pin at that point. But there we go.
Come on.
As you can probably tell from the way I'm commentating, this is all done in post. The reason being, a lot of the PS4 videos I was putting up had a lot of background noise. This way of doing things eliminates back noise, which is very useful. Because then it's a lot more clearer to hear my voice and the commentator's voice. Well, their voice is, because of course it's Jerry and Cole.
Show
But
me
DDT!
you want this. Show me you want to be a WWE superstar.
Problem is, me and Bill DeMott are both shouting over each other, which is going to be interesting for audio. With some nice elbows to the legs, really working the quad area. Another lariat.
Come on, keep grinding it out.
And as you can see, Omega keeps dropping onto his knee. That's part of the new stamina system. When you have no energy, your moves will either drop you onto one knee, as they are with Dan Omega right now, or if they're special finishers, they'll make you collapse on the floor, and then you can go for desperation pins, which hopefully you'll see some of later. Go for the pinfall. Oh, close to. Very close. Almost a free count. Missed by Omega. Tommy Wall's got him. Another backdrop driver. Although, of course, this being WWE, you can't actually drop them on their neck like they do in Japan, because that would be dangerous.
Are you even
Big songs for Tommy
listening to me?
Wall. Also, what I remember, with the Crow Wrestlers, they've built something very interestingly. Like, as you can see with Tommy Wall, they built him to basically just be a freight train. That's essentially what he is. They just went, what's the biggest beefcake model we can make? And that was Tommy Wall. Yeah, you'll see some very interesting Crow Wrestlers that 2K have lined up for us while we're working our way into places like NXT. Oh, big boot to the head. Oh, he's just using his strength to his advantage. Throwing the guy down. That's another thing with the stamina system. If you're really tired, your opponent will just throw you off like that.
Pick it up.
These are all things I've learned post this video. But that's fine. Oh, he's calling for it. He's trying to get that signature. No, not quite. If anyone who hasn't played this game yet, when your momentum the number down there gets to 100 or over, you get a signature. If it gets to 150, you get a finisher. That's how the new system works. What even were my signatures at this point? Oh, here it comes. DDT! I love that new DDT animation. Don't know if I'll keep it as a sig, but it's a very cool looking move anyway.
Come on.
He's picking him up. Is he going to go for it? Here it comes. Star Shock. And he hits it. What a maneuver. He's going for it. 1, 2, 3, and there's the victory. The reason I picked that move in particular as my finisher is I've always liked the TKO as a move. It's just no game has ever animated it perfectly, but this game does a bloody good job of it, and that's one of the best animations I've ever seen for the Fireman's Carry Cutter, as they call it in this game, or the TKO. But like I say, eventually I will be changing it to the Crossroads once I unlock it. See, as you see there, the Performance Center is just a training facility. That's not actually the story mode. But, you know, a free match never hurt nobody. Well, unless you get injured, I suppose. That might hurt. Another loading screen. Yeah, essentially, the performance tutor... I've already spoiled it. The Performance Center is essentially just a tutorial, like teaching you how to do moves and stuff. And as you can see here, this is another creator wrestler that 2K have lined up for us. And it essentially is generic Mexican luchador. Which is why his name's El Hondero. Which is the, like, most generic Spanish name I've ever seen. Other than, of course, El Generico. Which is the most generic.
I know 10 other guys that want this more than you do.
Also, you can see right now how strong my guy is getting compared to the other Performance Center guys. I mean, I've already made El Hondero's chest yellow. Which is something. Lariat. Ooh, punch to the face. Woo! Nice chop there. Hondero counters with the grapple. Countering the Russian leg sweep. Go for here. Suplex. That's another neat feature of the new game. When your opponent's in the kneeling position, you actually have a separate set of grapples, which is very interesting because it gives you so much more to do. What a big spine buster! Big boot, no, dodges. Here it comes, float over neck breaker. What a miss there by a Hondero. A backdrop driver.
You want to be here? Because right now it doesn't look like.
Yeah, Hondero seems to be really weak, but I think that's just because, as I say, I put a lot of my points early into just general strength and durability, so that I could easily beat the guys as I go up, and then I'll work on speed a lot later. So I don't really need to be fast early on. I just need to be able to do damage. That's the key, really.
WWE Universe wants to see that.
Oh, it's one of my favorite moves as well. Hammer and sickle. I just love how vicious that move is. He's got him with the grapple. Punch, punch, punch. Big punch to the back of the head. Also, I would like to say the Mycareer that I'm playing, well, the difficulty I'm playing on is the legendary difficulty. The reason it seems quite easy at this point is, of course, at the start, they're really low ranking opponents, so they're not going to be putting up much of a fight. And because their, like, counter attribute, their reversal attribute is so low, it's very hard for them to counter. Which is why I'm, like, essentially dominating Hondero. I really should stop going up to the middle rope, because as you can see there, my arrow range is still awful. So unless my opponent's right next to the turnbuckle, I cannot hit them with a flying move. Big spine buster. What's he going for here? Elbow to the leg.
Do you want to be here? Because right now it doesn't.
Something else I've also noticed in this game is it's very hard to be a heel unless you're really trying for it. Like, to be face, it's really easy. You just have to win matches and, like, just stay in the ring. But to be a heel, like, you'd think doing stuff like, for example, winning, but in, like, a really dodgy sort of way, like, say, leverage pin would get you heel points, but it doesn't. How you get heel points is by either attacking the ref, hitting somebody with a weapon when DQ is on, but that's very difficult because the ref gets up quite quickly, or by, like, brawling on the outside and stuff like that. So to be a heel, you've really got to be going for it. Oh, and also, you have to win by count out as well. That's another big way to get heel points. So yeah, it's a lot easier in Mycareer to be a face than it is a heel, which is interesting. I thought they would have made it like 50-50, like it was easy to be both. Like, by that I mean like it's easy to be a face and be a heel, but it seems inherently more difficult to be a heel and maintain being a heel. But I think once you get to like Raw and SmackDown, when you're in the rivalries, then you'll get options like in cutscenes to be heel, and I'm assuming that will keep the meter in either section a lot more than just moves that you put on in a match. But that's pretty much what this first episode is. I'm just going to be explaining a lot of the new stuff and just getting a lot of the filler out of the way so I can focus on commentary for the other parts of the series.
You think the WWE
Big lariat there.
Wants to see that?
Here it comes. Oh no. What happened there was one of the SIGs I have at this point is a running super kick, because I took out the super kick I used to use, but it, as you can see, that it doesn't kind of happen.
I need to see more
like,
from you.
Because my guy's so tired, it's really hard to do a running SIG. What a chop! Just keeping him in the ropes there. Center of the ring, hammer and sickle. Always like that move, as I said before. That move is such a cool animation. What a counter there. Side Russian leg sweep. And a moonsault.
Work for it.
The only problem I found so far with the stamina system is, especially early on, you lose stamina so quickly that it's really hard to keep going. Like, as you can see in this match, I'm struggling to keep my offense up because my stamina has gone so quickly. But, you know, once you get a normal stat guy, it's not too much of a problem. Here it comes, signature DDT! As you see, Dynamega really reeling from the stamina system at this point. This right here is what they're calling charge finishes, which is essentially a normal finisher, except you basically get them up off the floor, and like then you let go of the button to do the finisher. But I personally think the old system was a little better on that, where you press a taunt and they get up because you get to do a taunt. But in this, you're going to do a taunt, they just kind of get up and then you do your finisher. Which is okay, it's nice for it all to be in one button, but I really did like the old system of being able to taunt, because that's what a lot of matches do. Like, a lot of wrestlers taunt their opponent up, whereas the charge finisher doesn't really look much like a taunt. It looks like you're just kind of waiting there for them to get in position for your finisher. Like, get to my second finishes a lot quicker, because of course with the performance center I want to blast through it ideally and get straight to NXT as quickly as possible. And this is our next objective. We have to just kind of hit a bunch of moves, and I like how, like, in your third match in performance center it says to do your signature finisher when most people will have done theirs already, like I did. Ray Rich, another classic 2K pro wrestler that's been made for us.
Come on, push yourself harder.
As you can see, there's a lot of different positions for the chain wrestling, so the chain wrestling never really gets boring. And it's, as I say, a really nice way to start out matches, because that's how a lot of realistic matches are. Like, there's a lot of chain wrestling at the start, and then that's when, after that, is when the bigger moves come out. So it makes a lot of sense they would add something like this. Oh, the big stomps. More stomps.
Come on, push yourself harder.
As you can see there, a thing I really do like that they've done in this new game is they've made it so that the foot stomps while you're on the floor actually matter. Like before, when you just see normal strikes, your opponent wouldn't sell them very well and they just kind of get up. But now they actually respond to them, which is a lot better, because it's nice to feel that your moves are having an impact. Oh, we're into the ropes, off the ropes, power slam.
What are you doing?
Ray Rich with a big move there. Oh, nice sidewalk slam there by Ray Rich. There's the counter.
Pick it up.
Elbow to the leg. Unfortunately, this early on, there are no real storylines other than just trying to get into NXT. So, you know, the performance center stuff will be a tad on the, like, dull side because, as I say, there is no storylines to keep it interesting. I mean, the matches are fine, but, you know, it'd be nice to have some kind of story there. Big German! Yeah, the animators for the moves seriously outdid themselves this time. Like, they got a lot more mocap done, which is why a lot of the moves look a lot better and look a lot more fresher. Like, they don't... It sounds weird, but they don't look like they've just been made on a computer. Like, you know, like some moves are made just on a computer, but the moves that are generally performed in the ring by actual superstars always look, I would say, better. Just because it's exactly how the superstar would do them. Like, for example, only Cesaro does an uppercut like Cesaro does it, for example. So you can only really get Cesaro to give you an authentic Cesaro uppercut. Which is nice. I'm glad they put a lot of work into that.
This is your dream? Work for it.
Nice counter there.
Come on.
Unfortunately, you may have seen my mouse for a second. That's because with the software I'm using, for some reason, my editing software, which is Camtasia, doesn't like elgato's files. Like, it doesn't like the really big ones. So I have to basically re-record the footage on Camtasia and then edit it that way. So yeah, if the mouse pops up occasionally, I'm sorry, but that's just part of what's going to have to happen. Otherwise, I can't edit these, which means they would have no voices to them, which would suck, quite frankly. Big chop by Ray Rich there.
Do you want to be here? Because right now it doesn't look like it.
Ooh, elbow to the knee. Big suplex coming.
I know 10 other guys that want this more than you do.
Pinned by Ray Rich. Rope break. Here comes DDT.
You think the WWE Universe wants to see that?
Yeah, it's a pretty nice DDT build 'em out, you know. Just gonna be honest. He's calling for it. Here comes the Star Shock. And there it is, Star Shock connecting.
Do you want to be here? Because right now it doesn't look like it. 1, 2, 3.
Right, I think that's all for this episode, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll see you later. Bye.